we're approaching about 1 year since Zach Bertschy passed away, and to be honest, I haven't stopped thinking about him in the last 365 days. I think about him every day. It's kind of hard to not think about him just because of the circumstances of my job, to be honest. About 3 or 4 weeks after he died, I was promoted into his old job as executive editor at Anime News Network. And it's been complicated. It's complicated because I love my job. I've always loved working here at Anime News Network. I mean, there's been hard stints over the last 10 years, but I look forward to going to work. And I looked forward to going to work when I was working with him. And filling his shoes, I don't know if I filled his shoes. Zach is, I mean, he cut out a place for himself that is distinctly his shape, his persona, his way of doing things, and I'm not him. So I guess to expect myself to replicate his legacy in a way, or how he did things, isn't really possible. I know that I've come into the job and tried to continue to do what I think is best for the website as a whole, for community culture there, and for our freelancers. I've tried to update some of the systems to make things more friendly for our writers, and I've tried to foster a positive environment as much as I can, one that supports our freelance team and gives them room to express themselves, how they feel, and what they enjoy. And I've also tried to bring in more people from different walks of life, different backgrounds, different opinions, to give a more robust representation of the anime community as a whole in the last year, which are things that I think Zach would have wanted. I hope they're things that he would have wanted. If I'm absolutely honest, there are lots of times where I'm just at work, I'm sitting at my desk, and I swear to God, it feels like he's reading over my shoulder. And I know that's just because I'm aware of him and how he did things, and what he thought was best. And I don't even know if we wouldn't probably have agreed on every single decision I've made, but I do think about him and his perspective and what he might say. And early on, what was really hard was success. Success is still really hard. I don't know entirely how to process it. Some of the successes I've experienced were things that he specifically felt troubled with, or couldn't handle, or were frustrating to him in some way. And then it seemed like after he was gone, I was able to resolve them, and then I would be overwhelmed with survivor's guilt, just guilt that he couldn't have gotten those hurdles. He couldn't overcome those hurdles while he was here, and I don't know why. I don't know why he didn't get to experience the same sort of success over those things. He was having a really tough time the last few months, and we talked a lot about it, and I would try to advise him a lot about what I thought was the best decisions for him, what were the healthiest decisions for him, what was going to make him happiest, and reassure him. I tried to solve problems, but sometimes he didn't want help. I couldn't tell if he didn't trust me or if he was afraid that if he let me help him, he would lose his relevance to the job. I don't know if there were parts of him that didn't want to admit that other people could do the things he was trying to do. So he would push me out when I tried to help sometimes. And I guess the hardest part is just knowing that we could have overcome those things maybe as a team if he would have let me really help. And if he had let me shoulder that load then, would he have been able to get the help he needed now? I don't know. I still ask questions like that a lot. I miss you, Zach.